I had to read the user consent a little. This is a study for Liverpool refugee storytelling. I'm gonna interview with several questions and also let you to watch a 5-minute video, and all our conversation would be voice recorded. However, you're free to stop at any time, and also please. What's the last? Okay. Anything is anonymous, and are you cool with that?
Yes.
Cool. Thank you. So, firstly, I would. Could you please tell me how old you are right now?
I'm 22.
22. So, what's your occupation?
I'm a student.
And which suburb are you currently living?
I'm in Minto.
Minto, or where?
So that's Campbelltown area.
Campbelltown area. Okay. So, where's your birthplace?
Australia.
Australia.
St. Leonards.
Okay. So, generally speaking, how closely do you follow the topic of refugees in your daily life?
Not much.
Not much. So, but have you ever heard any news or stories
Yep.
about them? Okay. So, have you had any experience in communicating with people from refugee groups?
Not really.
Okay. So, maybe you have, but you are not aware of.
That, something like that, yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, how would you say your feelings about this group?
I can't really personally say much about it since I do not know too much.
Yeah.
So I just can't really relate, basically, to them in any way because I did not really go through what they went through.
Okay. So now I'm gonna show you the video. It's about 5 minutes. Please let me know when you finish watching it. I'll leave it to you alone. So, what do you think the story was talking about?
I was talking about a man from Iraq
Yeah.
who, due to war, had to move to Amman and then he migrated to Australia.
Okay. So, how does this make you feel?
It's a quite interesting story, quite sad at the same time.
How? Why do you think it's sad and interesting?
The story, because it's quite distinct, I don't get to hear that very often. It's been from many years ago, I guess, but it's still kind of relatively new, basically from that perspective, an individual told story. It's quite sad because that is related to war and what the person had to go through.
Okay, so I think your answer kind of answered this question, but I'm gonna ask you again. Do you think this video shows you anything you were not aware of before?
Partially the details, but basically kind of as a story, I guess. I mean, you could come across these kind of stories before, but not in a manner kind of told by a person, basically.
So, would you like to share more of your thoughts on the topic of refugees?
As kind of in a holistic manner, I guess it's still if I learn about one person, it can't really shift how I think about the topic itself.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
Do you have any other thoughts about this group or the topic of refugee?
I'd still kind of be hesitant to just showcase a little bit more broader, basically, in my opinion, I guess, since I just don't know that much.
Okay, so do you think after several stories like this, you would feel more connected to this group, or you would know more about this group?
I could potentially. I guess it would make you more informed, especially if you get different points of views from different people, basically, who actually went through such events, basically, in their lives.
Okay, so do you think the refugee topic is a very controversial, a very political topic?
I think it became very political in recent years. Um, However, as a thing as such, it is not.
Okay, so.
You could also like repeat the question again, because like I'm not sure if I answered it
Sorry?
correctly.
Which one?
This question that you asked.
The more thoughts of topic.
No, that one that you just asked.
Do you think this topic is like very controversial and political?
Yeah. So I didn't answer about the controversial part. I wouldn't consider it controversial. It definitely like became political in recent years. However, in terms of like controversies, that can be like associated basically with refugees itself. More in relation, I guess, to the political kind of like boundaries, I guess, that kind of were created like in recent years. But this is pretty much it.
Okay, so last question is, how do you think about the way of showing the story, like the video itself?
Well, the video was kind of, well, I guess, in a way, amateurish, I guess. But I did like the narrative-based kind of way of telling a story, and making also animated can actually convey much more. I also like the cartoonish approach, also to like kind of establishing like a connection between the viewer, because it kind of like builds more in your imagination, which is quite powerful, like long term. Yeah, I'm again not sure if I actually exactly answer your question, but
Yeah, that's fine. And I mean, would you like to like expect more?
well, definitely. Like once you see such a video, I guess it would be natural to just kind of have the option to actually seek more information about this.
Okay.
That just to learn more, and perhaps maybe also like contribute in a positive way
Okay.
in one way or another.
Cool. Thank you.
No worries.
That's it.